Today's story begins with a twist so explosive that it has fans rethinking everything they believed about the marriage of Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, the long-shadowed past with Selena Gomez, and even the power dynamics inside the Bieber family. Because according to circulating reports and alleged leaked documents referenced by outlets like Page 6, Justin's entire financial legacy may be tied to a secret family agreement that demands one thing above all else: a stable, approved marriage. And the most shocking part: some sources insist that this clause could be the real reason Justin has never fully stepped away from Hailey, and why his past with Selena remains a sensitive, taboo topic inside the Bieber household. Stay with me, because as we go deeper, the alleged motivations, the loyalty questions, and the emotional cost of fame make this one of the wildest chapters yet in the Justin-Hailey-Selena triangle. And yes, there's a shocking final reveal at the end of this video that puts everything into a totally new context. Let's get into the headline drama. According to rumors spreading across celebrity circles, Justin Bieber's family estate, estimated at around $200 million, built through touring, merchandising, investments, and brand deals, may be protected by a confidential agreement crafted years ago. The alleged clause, if true, would require Justin to maintain a stable and publicly approved marriage in order to access or fully control certain parts of the family fortune. Again, none of this has been confirmed by Justin or the Bieber family, but the speculation has been intense. Fans are asking, if this clause exists, who created it, who benefits from it, and how much pressure has it put on Justin's private life? The whispers claim that Patty Millett, Justin's mother, supported the idea as a way to protect her son's long-term stability, and to make sure the Bieber empire wasn't derailed by chaotic relationships, emotional turbulence, or scandals from Justin's past. And when Hailey Baldwin entered Justin's life, some sources say she was quickly seen as the safe option. She was connected, polished, organized, far removed from the emotional rollercoaster that defined Justin and Selena's on-off relationship. The speculation goes that Hailey's image aligned perfectly with what the family wanted: stability, consistency, and a more controlled environment around Justin. And here's where the story gets even more intense. Some reports say Hailey allegedly signed the family's agreement herself when she married Justin, acknowledging the expectations tied to the Bieber inheritance. Allegedly, the agreement emphasized that Hailey and Justin needed to maintain the public image of a solid, healthy marriage, an image that fans now question regularly as Justin's mood, public behavior, and emotional interviews fluctuate. And this leads to the question that fans debate daily: if this clause exists, has Hailey been holding on not only out of love, but also out of loyalty to a financial legacy she became a part of when she married him? But this is just the beginning. Chapter 2. The emotional fallout and fan reactions. Many fans have long believed that Justin's heart never fully recovered from his relationship with Selena Gomez, and that he carried unresolved emotions into his marriage. Therapist-like quotes, emotional interviews, and vague statements Justin has made over the years only fueled the speculation. One notable moment that fans often revisit is Justin's comment during an interview years ago, where he suggested certain things in his life had been arranged or pressured by outside influences. That interview resurfaced recently, with fans wondering whether he was hinting at the circumstances that led to his quick engagement and marriage to Hailey. The speculation has been reinvigorated with online posts, some allegedly tied to Patty Millett, referencing false idols and illusions, leaving fans wondering whether the messages were about fame, faith, or relationships. Patty has never publicly criticized Hailey, but fans have noticed long stretches of distance between them. According to gossip outlets, Patty has allegedly shared with friends that she supports Justin unconditionally but has never fully felt truth in his marriage. Whether that's true or not, it's definitely something people are talking about. Fan theories go even further. Some believe that if Justin were ever caught in a scandal involving Selena, or if certain private messages ever leaked, his access to the family inheritance could theoretically be frozen or restricted. Again, these are speculations spreading online, but they raise provocative questions about whether Justin is trapped between the empire he built and the love story he left behind. And this is where I want to hear from you. Do you think Justin's marriage is guided more by love, pressure, or responsibility? And second, if you had to choose, are you Team Justin and Hailey or Team Justin and Selena based on everything we know today? Tell me in the comments. I want to see where the community stands. But before you answer, We need to dive deeper, because the next chapter changes the entire picture. Chapter 3. The speculation around Hailey's financial transformation. When Hailey Baldwin married Justin, she reportedly had a net worth around $6 million. Decent, but modest compared to the empires surrounding the Kardashians, the Jenners, and certainly the Biebers. Today, Hailey is said to have a significantly larger fortune, boosted by her skincare brand, her partnerships, and Justin's influence and resources. Some fans claim her rise is intertwined with her marriage, suggesting that both spouses now depend on the empire they built together. And this raises the stakes even further. Because if the inheritance clause exists for Justin, some believe it may apply to Hailey as well. Meaning both partners have something major to lose if the marriage falls apart. That theory has fans asking whether Justin might feel trapped in a marriage he entered quickly, and whether Hailey might be holding on because the financial empire she built is directly connected to Justin's. Still, others argue that Hailey has always been loyal, always been steady, and that she truly cares for Justin in a way few people ever have. Supporters of Hailey say the marriage is real, that the couple has survived countless attacks from the media and toxic online fan wars, and that the speculation about money is unfair. They say Hailey isn't staying for wealth, she's staying because she genuinely loves him. But the other side of the fandom sees things differently, pointing to alleged emotional tension, Justin's public stress, and the noticeable contrast between how he acts around Hailey and how he once acted around Selena. They say the proof is in Justin's body language, in the distance that sometimes appears between him and Hailey, and in the way he always seems to linger emotionally on his past. So what do you think? If the marriage were to fall apart tomorrow, who would lose more, Justin or Hailey? And would they fight for each other, or would they fight for the empire? Comment below. Chapter 4. The emotional and spiritual conflict that fans keep analyzing. Online discussions often bring up how both Justin and Hailey express their faith, and how faith plays into their marriage. People argue over whether their relationship is spiritual, strategic, or something in between. And this entire conversation reignited when fans resurfaced interviews where Justin appeared uncertain about his own destiny, questioning whether certain life decisions were truly his or were shaped by the people around him. Meanwhile, fans point to Hailey's own reflections, statements in magazines where she said she built something believing it was real, comments where she expressed emotional vulnerability, and reactions that some fans interpret as Hailey feeling misunderstood, judged, or overwhelmed by constant comparisons to Selena. Some believe Hailey positions herself as the victim of a cruel fandom. Others think she avoids accountability for the way the love triangle played out years ago. And then there's the darker side of fan commentary, accusations around emotional manipulation, spiritual justification, and the idea that relationships born out of pain or secrecy sometimes carry lifelong scars. But regardless of the theory, the pressure on Justin and Hailey's marriage is unmistakable. Every gesture, every public outing, every fan-captured moment becomes part of a bigger narrative about loyalty, love, betrayal, and image. Which brings us to Chapter 5. Selena Gomez, the ghost in every room of this story. Selena doesn't want to be part of the drama, and she has said so many times. Still, the public refuses to let her go from Justin's storyline. Anytime Justin appears emotional, sad, or distant, the comments explode. He misses Selena, he regrets his choices, he's not the same. Anytime Hailey posts something cryptic, the internet assumes it's about Selena. And anytime Selena shares a reflective message, people immediately think it's about Justin. Now, tie this back to the alleged inheritance clause. Some gossip outlets claim that if Justin's past with Selena ever resurfaced in a concrete way, messages, photos, emotional confessions, it could complicate the stability clause supposedly tied to the Bieber family empire. The idea that Justin is forced to choose between the love he left behind and the empire he's expected to uphold makes this one of the most emotionally charged celebrity stories of the decade. And the final twist, according to sources discussed in online forums, even Justin's mother may feel torn, respecting Justin's marriage with Hailey while privately believing that Justin and Selena shared something more genuine. Whether that's true or just another fan fantasy, it adds a new dimension to the drama. Now before we close, here's your final shocking thought. If Justin Bieber truly is bound by a family clause that ties his inheritance to the stability of his marriage, then every argument, every rumor, every emotional moment we see in public becomes something bigger. Not just a relationship issue, but a multi-million-dollar consequence with the power to shape the next decade of his life. And if that's true, then the real question isn't whether Justin still has feelings for Selena. The question becomes, if he could choose freely, without money, without pressure, without image, would he make the same choices he made in 2018? And if that question shook you even a little, then you need to binge our next video on Celeb Juices, where we break down the hidden clues from Selena's latest interviews that fans think were subtle messages for Justin. Trust me, it connects perfectly with everything we talked about today. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below so we can keep exposing the stories Hollywood wants you to forget. Our next episode might just change how you see this triangle forever.